Yes, go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you, Nancy. My name is Betty Sheldon. I live in Aberdeen. I would like to, for a moment, revisit the subject of nepotism. I think that bill is dead for this year, but I would expect and hope that it will appear as a citizen initiative in the next election. If you look around to the rest of the country, perhaps the rest of the world, nepotism is not a good thing in government. Private industry, what you do with your own business, that's your business as far as I know. But it sounded as if, when it was presented to us last week, that the main reason that bill has not passed or been brought up for an opportunity is because it was going to embarrass someone, or it was going to cause some ill will amongst the people serving in the government. That's not reason to pass it off to another day. If not now, when? Nepotism, I don't care, the proficiency of the people that you hire for your staff, that's up to you, but not hiring your family members. And it's the appearance of fairness is just not there. And it causes a lot of other things that come from you as a body to be cast in a shadow. So please do something to turn around some of these things that make your citizenry feel that they can't trust their government. That's, you can discuss and answer, please. I thank you for the opportunity.
I just have I didn't address this before, but I think it is important for you to know that when that bill was heard in committee, there's only one Democrat on that committee. His name is Senator Craig Kennedy. He's an attorney from Yankton. I can't even remember now if he voted against tabling the bill or not, but his comment to me was, I agree that nepotism isn't good, but this bill wasn't, he said it wasn't his bill to fix and it needed fixing, is what he said. So please don't believe, don't think that there aren't legislators that do believe that nepotism is a problem. I'll leave it there. Thanks.
Thank you for the question. I was on that committee and it died, the bill died 9-0 with 7 Republican noes and 2 Democrat noes. I looked up the word nepotism in the dictionary. Nepotism is when you hire your friends and family and you overpay them based upon their talent and work. There's a lot of ingredients to nepotism. Friends and family. That's the first ingredient. I think it's ridiculous. Now the bill didn't say friends, it said family. But the definition is friends and family, and I asked the sponsor during the committee, would you support friends and family on a nepotism bill? He said, sure I would. So what his position was, if I get elected governor, I can't hire my friends. I gotta hire my enemies. If I know somebody who is trustworthy, hardworking, most of I choose friends that are hardworking and trustworthy. Why would I hang around with guys that are not trustworthy and hardworking? So if I get elected governor, I'm going to hire my friends and family because they're trustworthy and they're hardworking. The other ingredient is they have to be overpaid. Nobody has given any evidence of a relative that has been hired or a friend that's been hired that's overpaid based on their qualifications. So there's more to the story. I think all 9 people on the committee thought, we elected a person to be governor, they should be able to build a team of friends and family and qualified people, because we're going to judge that governor 4 years from now. Let them have the very best team that they can have. One of the comments was made, should a person be disqualified because of their last name? The Rounds family, for example. The Rounds family lives in Pierre. I believe there's 12 people in the family. And those 12 people got a lot of kids. There's got to be 100 to 200 Rounds in Pierre. And to say you can't hire arounds because the last name matches up with the governor doesn't seem to be a good thing. If we have a problem, somebody needs to identify the person that's overpaid and underqualified. Nobody's done that. The ridiculousness of this committee was the prime sponsor said publicly, there's a person on this committee who cannot vote. He's got a conflict of interest. And we all got a blank look on our face of, who are you accusing of having a conflict of interest? And as the committee went on, we found out the governor's great-grandmother is a sister to somebody on the committee, his great-grandmother. I don't even know who my great-grandmother's sister is, to think that I can't vote. I mean, and that was his position, is somebody needs to recuse himself because it's a great-grandmother. Many years ago, I voted for the Secretary of State, for the Secretary of Agriculture. I put a yes vote, it's called advise and consent. The Senate, the governor nominates the Secretary of Agriculture, and then we advise and consent. We agree to it or disagree with it. I voted yes for Lucas Lynch. Lucas Lynch and I share a great-grandfather. We do not share a great-grandmother. And to say that I can't vote because that's corruption on somebody that I had to look through the family tree to find him on the family tree. I mean, and so it's in South Dakota, we know each other, we like each other, we trust each other. Hire the best person capable. Thank you.
Okay. I shouldn't try to respond after the applause, but ma'am, you mentioned that you're planning on bringing it forward as a initiated measure, so I guess that's your prerogative. Just know that it was 9-0, and I know it wasn't. I'm just going to set the record straight. I'm not trying to cast stones or anything, but Troy Heinert's also on the committee, and he's the Democrat leader, the minority leader. So both the minority leader and the assistant minority leader saw fit to vote against the bill. I talked about it last week, and I do want to also set the record straight. It would be not the governor's great-grandmother, but the governor's daughter's great-grandmother, because I'm not related to the governor. I'm related to the governor's husband and her children. The daughter of the governor, who's been employed for $40,000 to serve as a policy analyst, her great-grandmother is my grandmother's sister. So, and as I said, we've never been at a family reunion together.